Today we're going to take a fairy who is just a little 2-1, kind of like this. Kind of pathetic, isn't she? So instead, we're going to make her big and buff, like this.
Hi, guys.
Much more impressive. So how are we going to go about that? Well, this is Ivy, the Gleeful Spell Thief. Alright, this is my fairy flexing deck. So what does this deck do? For those who don't know what Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief does, I'm going to bring her up on the screen here. She is a 2-1 flying fairy rogue for a green and a blue that says whenever you target one of your other creatures with a spell, you can create a copy of it, and then the copy will target Ivy. And it's a May ability, so you don't have to do it. So if you don't want to hit it with something that's a negative effect, you don't have to.
I don't want to.
Now this also covers things that your opponents cast as well. So if they were to cast something beneficial like a Snakeskin Veil, you can copy their Snakeskin Veil and target Ivy with it and give her hexproof and the counter as well.
Mine.
The idea here is to just generate as much advantage by copying things by targeting your other creatures. So what are we doing to help facilitate that? Well, let's take a look. The deck is broke down into categories like I usually do. First category is all about protection for her and some of your other creatures as well. First up, we have things that do phasing, things that do hexproof, or just flat out counter magic to just say, no, you're not doing what I don't want you to do. First up, we have March of Swirling Mist, phase everything out if you need to. Sublime Epiphany, counter spells or bounce things to keep things in check. More counter magics, phasing, hexproof, phasing, you get the idea. Keep her alive and the deck sings. Second column here is all about mana acceleration. You got things that extract lands out of your deck. You got mana rocks. You have mana dorks. Just a good variety of things to kind of get the things going, because some of your other stuff does cost a lot of mana, or you're going to be wanting to cast multiple things in a turn to make a really, really big and buffed up Ivy. The third column is the start of how we're going to make her nice and swole.
Looking swole.
So in this category, we have auras. Everything in this column is an aura that does something for her. And as long as you cast it on a second creature other than Ivy, you're going to get 2 copies of them, maximum effects, and you're just going to go off, and it's a lot of fun. So we have things like Combat Research, which is brand new to the deck from the new set. Aether Tunnel makes stuff unblockable. Why not? Rune of Might. If you copy a Rune of Might, you're going to get 2 cards off of it because it cantrips off of the enters the battlefield ability. So you're just going to make a second copy, draw a card, make another one, get a card. Same thing with Citizen Training. It just, the possibilities are endless. Cartouche of Strength, you're going to do 2 fights. Same thing with Warbriar Blessing. You're going to get the ability to fight twice. So maybe you can focus fire down a creature that's got high toughness that's messing with you. As long as you're not losing anything in the trade, who cares? You also have Hydra's Growth. This thing keeps going. It's going to get out of control really fast on your creatures. Verdant Embrace, it's +3/+3 and creates Saprolings, so you get like little blockers and more secondary creatures to cast things on. But if you get 2 of them, it's just going to snowball out of control really fast. Pernicious Growth, hello, +7/+7 in Trample. Colossification, +20/+20. I mean, what's to lose there? And then what most people are talking about, the mutate creatures. Blue and green had some of the best mutate creatures when Ikoria was released, and they come into great play here. They usually get mutated over the top of Ivy, and I made a big screw up play in one of my gameplay footages, and you'll see it, and I even admit to it. I fucked up. But what you do is you do it over and it loses the legendary creature thing, so then you can clone it, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But you also get the effect twice, so you go over the top of, I don't know, Quandrix Cultivator, and you put an Auspicious Sterix over it. You get to put another copy of the Sterix on top of Ivy, and you get 2 mutate triggers. And then anything else you mutate on top of that, you just keep on trucking and keep getting stuff off of it. So we have things like Auspicious Sterix, as mentioned before. You get free things off your deck with it. Pouncing Shore Shark, bounce things. Parcel Beast, get lands, destroy artifacts and enchantments, get more creatures. make them bigger. You know, you get the idea. You start stacking stuff up on a couple of creatures, and it just gets really, really good. And then speaking of what I was talking about with putting things over Ivy as you do it, we have a cloning category.
This is my cloning machine.
I have things like Repudiate, Replicate. Repudiate I have used to great effect to actually counter activated abilities on like Planeswalkers and stuff like that, so you may not get to use this to clone anything all the time, because the other side is just really, really good. Quasi-Duplicate, you know, get copies of things. Croaking Counterpart, you get to do it twice. Irenicus Vile Duplication. I have this in here just in case I don't have a mutate creature to get rid of the legendary status of Ivy, so I can just hit a creature, hit her, and I get 2 copies of both. Mirror Hall Mimic, a clone. Spark Double, a non-legendary clone. And then the brand new Vesuvian Duplimancy. For 3 and a blue, you get an enchantment that says whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single artifact or creature, you create a token copy of it. So, like, ideally, you're going to have a mutate on top of Ivy. You're going to cast, you know, something on one of your other creatures, and you're going to duplicate the spell, and you're going to get a copy of Ivy and a copy of the spell. It's just going to, like, snowball out of control as you go across here. And then the last column here, besides the lands, is what I would call the good stuff, basically. It's just stuff that fits in the deck, works well. It's very, like, I wouldn't change much about this part of the deck. This is the column where you can go through and you can make changes to the deck, do whatever you want to do with the deck. It's just, you know, they're good creatures, good things to try out, things to mess with. Like, I have Ancient Silver Dragon in here because I have one, and, you know, it's a good creature to hit with. River's Rebuke, just to bounce their stuff back and kind of slow them down. Shark Typhoon, I mean, why not? Illithid Harvester, this is a good way to keep their board under control. This is because Chariot. If you're making clone copies of things, especially Ivy, and they're non-legendary, you can start cloning those as well with Esseka's. Mirror Box, just in case we can't get rid of that pesky legendary thing with a mutate, or we have, you know, clone spells rotting in our hand. If you get a Mirror Box, you can start cloning Ivies without worrying about getting rid of the legendary claws on her. Hunter's Insight, this is just a fun one. If you cast it on one of the other spells, you get 2 copies of it to hit and try to draw cards. Brazen Borrower, because it's Brazen Borrower. I mean, there's no other reason to run it. This is a brand new one from the new set. 1 and a green, 2/2 Dryad Warrior. When you recast a creature spell, put a counter on it, and when it dies, you can distribute the counters. It's just a fun little way to get something new into the deck. Suspicious Stowaway, because I love this card and it fits the colors that are required and it can't be blocked. So if you start loading this thing up with auras and make it bigger, they're going to have a hard time dealing with it. And then Ledger Shredder. It's Ledger Shredder. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good target to throw all these auras and mutates on top of. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the counters just stack up, and eventually it's going to become a massive pain in the neck for your opponent. And then, as I was saying, last column is all lands. Just your basic stuff, basic lands. I have an Otawara in here, Bark Channel Pathway, Breeding Pools, you know, all the dual land stuff. Command Tower, Fabled Passage, Forsaken Crossroads, and then the brand new Plaza of Heroes, because again, you gotta have protection for Ivy, because otherwise she's just gonna die, because that is probably the one thing about this deck, is it depends a lot on its commander. So let's go ahead and hit the gameplay, see what you guys think, and I'll see you guys after the video. Ugh, I'm getting the ugliest decks today. This is combo. Yeah, we'll keep it. This guy ever wakes up. I need double green more than I need anything else right now. I can stay on top because I need lands. Alright, we'll pass the turn. I'll flash the Fairy Vandal in. Because then the idea is then I'll have Ivy coming in and I'll have a blue open to do dive down on both of them if I need to. Vandal. Okay, breeding pool. We'll bring it in untapped. And then I'll play Ivy. And I'll leave the dive down available to protect them both. Second card drawn, okay. Keep thinking it's second spell. That's a different type of mechanic. Yeah, this deck is so stupid with all the free and reduced crap that it can do. I guess let's go ahead and get Relic down. That's all I can do this turn, so... I have not drawn well at all with this deck. This will be my 4th or 5th game, and I have not won any of them yet. I've just come against just the most nastiest stuff that will just decimate this deck. Mono blacks and all kinds of nastiness. This particular combo deck. But I will say this commander is not the most powerful, at least in here. Now, in actual commander, might have a different story on our hands. We have access to more things to protect with. Alright, that's a problem. But not too much of one. Let's do... You're tapped out, so let's do this. Yeah. And I have the ability to use my dive down, too. Hey, Tezzeret, I got something for you. Right here.
A lucky win.
Alright, we'll leave that open. So now we still have protection up because of the tap ability on the Relic of Legends. It's always so nice to make people forget about that little fact, too. Because a lot of people don't realize it. Alright. I just gotta keep clicking on my resolve buttons because I want to make sure they don't realize what I got going on. All I need is some kind of, like, pump aura or something, and I can kill him next turn. Oh. Guess they didn't want to take the 17 or, well, 16 because they would be able to block trample damage. They probably thought I had something. Jhoira, Ageless, Innovator. Okay. Have not played against this commander yet. I do not know what to expect. Okay, I've never gone against it by using the squee either, and it's kind of annoying. Okay. Block, I don't need to take a chill. Yeah. Guess for now, let's just sit back and wait. I don't feel like putting Ivy out there and having her get blasted by something. Excuse me. Alright. That's got a hexproof already, right? It's like, of course, the first thing it gets is the thing I can't bounce it with. That costs 1, right? I'm gonna make it so you can't get the extra card out of it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you Mirage Mirror it. Because exiles 1 extra card, which neither of us get to see. Alright, so Fabled Passage. So I'm gonna get a blue. Alright. Now that I got a couple of toys to work with, let's get Ivy up and running. And let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and Curator's Ward now. Yes, I'm going to take a dinger on the nose for this, but at least then I get to protect both of my guys from direct removals and this you can't block ability and all this other stuff. I'm okay with that. Ouch. So yeah, 7 to the dome. But I'd rather have my stuff stick around just a little bit later. Resolve. Ooh, okay. So, what do we do with this? And of course, this stupid thing got a hexproof too. That is something else. Let's do Hydra's Growth. So now that will do 3. Let's see, those don't have flash, so I can't do anything about that. But I can fight a creature, because if I do that... Yeah, I like this idea. Because I can kill Jhoira. You. Resolve. Take action. Then I'm gonna go after Pia. You. Resolve. Take action. And we still have protection for my stuff in case he decides he wants to like board sweep us. I like it. On the bright side, in order to recast, he used up all his mana, so he couldn't get that thing back online again. Let's see. Dream Eater surveils 4, bounce non-land permanent to its owners. Can't target either of the important things. let's do... I'm gonna go ahead and do Arcane Signet. And I'm gonna actually do the Dream Eater. Bounce Jhoira back to his hand. I'm gonna put all of that in the graveyard. I want him on top. And she can go back to the hand. And then Ivy can just go punching. And now I have a 4/3 to block with. Now my defenses are down. That was the only downside of doing that. Oh, okay. But again, he burned all of his mana. I'm okay with that. Shoot, it got lifelink. Alright, this becomes a little harder. All resolve. Alright, so I'm going to mutate this here. It'll make a copy. She's going to go over because it has a higher base. Get a blue. Over, same deal. Get a green, I guess. And then I'm going to have to sit back, I think. Well, no, I can force blocks. I'm just trying to think if I have to force good blocks. I don't think I do. I think I just gotta sit and wait now. Because we got Sky Sovereign coming in, and we got at least one Mecha Godzilla coming in too. Alright, that's big whatever. What's the crew cost? 3. Okay, so he'd have to tap both of these to crew Sky Sovereign. Okay. But what he doesn't know is I can protect Ivy. He can swing, do 3 to her, and think I'm gonna die. It's gonna die, but that's not the case. Okay. I mean, it's not the best plan to swing. Alright, so Mecha Godzilla over here flies now. So does that one. Alright, let's do a rune. I need to figure out how to figure this mess out. Croaking Counterpart. Okay, that does not give me any... Ooh, that does, though. Yeah, we'll do this. Take action. Pew pew. Yeah, I'm just gonna start tearing your stuff down and swing. Goodbye. We got us a shrine deck. Alright. Last time I kept a hand like that, it was bad. Let's try this one. Say hello back. And let's go get a blue. Can't do... Well, I could do that to draw a card, but I don't want to. Let's sith this. Blue on that one. I really don't want to put Ivy out at this point because he could just do an exile spell on it, like a what is it? Banishing verse or the enchantment for 2 and a white exile. My brain is having a moment here. Alright, I didn't get anything. But I have March, so that's fine. Vanishing Light, that's the card. My brain doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna start losing stuff here now. Land ahoy. Let's see here. Let's do this. And let's do this. Alright, and turn. So we're gonna lose 2 cards. Let's lose Ursal Beast? Or no. Rune of Flight and an island is fine. Trying to evade her. I don't think so. Let's exile the Parcel Beast. I'm gonna put a Curator's Ward on her. I should have made him pay the ward first, but it's fine. That's right. So yeah, the plan right now is to drop this on her. I'll discard these 2. Or yeah, I think the repudiate, replicate, or no. What am I doing? Counter the trigger. Duh. Keep the cards. For now, anyways. Well, unless you have a board wipe, you're not killing Ivy yet. And I'm about to put one hell of a clock out there. If you heard that little flapping sound, that was my dog flapping her ear. She's laying on the desk over here beside of me. Alright, here we go. Time to go yam. I'll lose both cards, but whatever. I have an 11/10 flying, trampling, hexproof beast on my board. I don't care. Yeah. Can't tuck that.
Know what must be done.
Hexproof, baby. This target creature, right? Or is it non-land permanent? Oh, crap. He could tuck my trample enchantment. I just don't know if he'll do it or not. No, he didn't. That's actually surprising. Oh, he had Exaxes. Whoops, I didn't count. My bad. Nicol, Bolas the Ravager. Alright. We get a Frilled Mystic and a ramp spell, so I'll take it. Even have the double colors on the lands. Right. Okay, come on. Alright, we'll go ahead and pass. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this now before he has mana for like a counter or something that I equally do not like. Alright, I'm going to pass a turn because if Nicol Bolas comes out, it's going to eat a Frilled Mystic. Or actually, I might just do a Lofty Denial. Because he wouldn't have the mana for it anyways. You get the Lofty Denial. Never mind. We're just gonna sit back and wait. And I'll apologize now. I may have to cough. I've had a little bit of a cold. I'll try to edit that out later. I'm not gonna counter an expressive iteration. There's better things to counter. Alright, we'll just sit. I'm waiting for it. Come on. Just try it. Thoughtseize? I don't think so. Alright. That's a thing. That's a big whatever. Hey, at least it wasn't Ivy getting that, so. Alright. So I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back on this spell swindle for the time being. If he's getting up there in mana, I'm afraid of something big and extraordinarily nasty coming my way.
Today's my lucky day.
That's a big whatever. Don't care about mana rocks. Really? Okay. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should try to start building the board up. Well, we'll go ahead and throw this out. Or try to, I should say. I still have mana available for a spell swindle, so... I mean, it at least makes him burn his removal now.
Yup, you're going down.
Three damage, discarding 2 cards. I don't think so. I'll spell swindle that now in favor of losing 1 to the Ravager. Because it I can kill. Alright, so... I think I want... I think I want to discard that. Oh, good. I have ways of doing things. So let's do this. Let's go Ivy. Let's go Growth. And let's go Warbriar Blessing. Smack it. Now that's not to say she's now completely wide open, but gotta do something. It is what it is.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Now she's got enough counters to shoot Ivy, so I'm not gonna play her out without having some kind of backup. This counters activates, right? Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and replay her, and if he tries to remove it with Chandra, I'll counter the ability. Oh, I was waiting for the -3.
This will be easy.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter the discard ability on that. I mean, there's no point. I'm losing the card anyway, so I might as well do it. Things are not looking very good right now. Things are looking very down. I can't get myself hexproof, can I? No. Well, shite. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Not much I could do there. Narset of the Ancient Way, alright. So, looks like a Jeskai control deck. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, sure. A couple mana extraction spells, we'll do that. Stupid interfacing thing on the breeding pool. I'm going to go ahead and main phase this because I don't want him countering it. No, it does nothing, so whatever. Alright, cultivate. We'll get one of each. Play my land if I can click today. Alright. A mirror box right now would be nice, but no such luck. Playing her out just seems like a bad idea, because I'd have to be ready to phase her out at a moment's notice. So for now, let's just go ahead and pass the turn. Okay. I'll take the hit. Fine. Let's see. She is gain 2 life, be able to do mana for non-creatures, or -2 to shoot creatures and planeswalkers. I am going to cycle this and make a 3/3. Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd like that to come in untapped. Let's do what to do here. Let's do Ivy. Let's do combat research on this. Copy it. And let's put actually, I like to smack that so it doesn't be able to shoot anything, and I'm going to keep March of the Swirling Mist and the Spectral Adversary open for the time being.
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
Resolve the ward. Pay 2. Submit 0. You and you. I'm gonna protect my stuff just in case he decides to do something else. Something that I've learned, especially with Arena, make sure you make them pay the ward cost before you do the protection spells. To mutate is 4, but then that leaves me wide open. I don't like that. Let's do... Yeah, I don't care. Let's send Avi at Narset. Let's send that to their face.
I will meditate on defeat.
Now, ideally, what they will do is recast Narset and try to kill something. And when they do, I have a Repudiate in my hand. A Frogify. Nope. Yeah, don't care. Auto pay. Now you see her? Now you don't. Sorry. All right. on. I want one of my copy spells that I can use on Ivy that won't lose the card or lose the copy. I don't care which of it shows up. Oh, dang it. That's not what I want. They keep trying to shoot my Ivy, which is irritating. Let's do... I'm going to mutate this over the Incubation Druid and put a copy of it on Ivy. Those are things. Need to keep the mana open for the removal possibility. So let's go ahead and send in those. Get a couple cards out of it. Hey, land, finally. Yay. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop the Signet. And end the turn. So this will leave me open for a Repudiate, Replicate, or a Brazen Borrower bounce if I need to. That might get bounced. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bounce that because I don't like it. Alright, what to do here? He's got 4 mana open. That just screams of a Settle the Wreckage. So let's just send in that guy. No, it didn't hang up. Alright. Excuse me. No counter magic hang up. So what the hell do I make of that? Alright, we'll just go with that for now. Oh, please. Draw another card so I can counter the Repudiate part. On that, that would be funny.
Must be trained in harmony.
Screw it. Nope. Oops. We'll flash this out. Alright, let's do... Ooh. This is probably going to be a backbreaker. Oh. He gave up. I just want to look at something really quick. It was 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It was 19 damage going. He could block the 4/4 Chariot. I could make a copy of the Shark token. But what I was going to do was play the Ancient Silver Dragon and then quasi-duplicate it and make another copy of it. So he probably would have scooped that had he not done that. Tanazir Quandrix. Okay. We got a Simic off. Let's see what happens. Because I have the Topiary Stomper, I'll keep this hand. I just hope I can draw another green land in the next 2 turns. Otherwise, I might be screwed. Okay, there's green. There's your green mana. It's not a land, but hey, it works. let's go ahead and just get the Topiary Stomper rolling here. Let's see. Let's get another blue. I know I have a bunch of green going on in my hand, but Quasi-Duplicate is a double blue. Just in case they decide to fight and kill my Paradise Druid. You can't attack or block until I have 7. Okay. I've never really used him before, so I have to kind of read the cards a little better here. Let's go ahead. And till 8 power or greater, draw a card. Okay. I think I'm just going to go ahead and quasi-duplicate the Stomper. And now I'll go get another green. And we'll keep my protection spells handy. Okay. That will definitely get you there. Okay, deck. Please stop sucking. Well, I'm not kicking this because I don't need to. I kind of like that card, but I want that because I need the land. And then I think I'm going to Cartouche smash that Owlbear. To be honest. Cut down on that card draw. And then I'll keep myself nice and safe. He's got another fight spell or something to try to kill my things. Okay. Roll risk, okay. I'm tempted to phase it out because then it only gets 1 counter, but whatever. Alright, let's block. We'll phase her. Okay. Oh, we are short 2 lands before those topiaries come online. So let's go ahead and do Ivy. And let's do... Let's do Cetesian Training. Take action. I want cards. Hey, land, I'll take it. And we will pass turn. I can turn it into a 1/5. The next turn, these things come online, which is good. But in the meanwhile, I think I'm going to get my nose smacked. Hexproof, you. Take action. That's 8 mana. Does 8 mana do me anything? 6 and 4 is 10. 6 and 3 is 9. No, it doesn't do me anything, so... Paradise Druid gets the bus treatment. Alright. Alright, those are now online. I make be a pair of 4/4s, or I can put this over. I can get double mutate. I like this idea. Over. Over. Two lands isn't ideal, but, you know, whatever. Let's pressure some life total. Now, depending on how things go here, if he swings all out and just plays out some stuff, this could be really good. He's going to get a free spell right off the bat, though, because he's already got a 7/7. So this... this could be the ball game right here. Skydiver, okay. I'm sure that's going on. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't going on Rolesk. Yeah, we'll go ahead and block there. So let's do Island. We'll do Mantle here. Take. Okay, so that's not enough to kill him outright. Let's go ahead and just do this. We'll jumpstart that. I'm not copying her. Actually, I'm an idiot. I should have copied her because I don't think she's considered Ivy anymore. Yeah, I'm a dum-dum. I screwed that up. Alright, whatever. This is what I get for not being extra familiar with the deck just yet. I haven't played it enough times. I mean, hell, as a matter of fact, this is the first time I've mutated Asterix on top of her. So... oh, wow, does that sound bad? Alright. Well, he's got to kill me right now, or he's dead. So... and at most, he can get... what? Eight, 9, 10, 11... like 11-ish damage through? Okay. So he didn't buy into that one. Alright. So that leaves those clowns. Yeah, we're gonna have to pass. I got nothing, because if I swing, he's just gonna gang block it with the commander and Rolesk. And if I... and then the rest of it'll just... it'll be 11-11's getting blocked here. 7-7 here. I mean, I'm dead, right? Yeah, I mean, there's no... I don't think there's any world where this matters. Because I had not enough... I didn't have a way to get through all that beef. I mean, it's a 21 damage coming through. So, you know, good game. Just release it. It doesn't matter. Actually, it was more than that. It was like 30, or no, 29 damage I got through. So... But he bounced. Okay. I had like 21 or 22, but he bounced the blocker, so the trample came through. Gotcha. It's Hapatra, Vizier of Poisons, which means there's going to be a lot of negative counter shit action going on here. The wild shape is decent, but I have no other low casting creatures to bulk the board with. So, does not make a lot of sense. Let's go blue and scry because I don't need the rest. I like that card. It can stay. Yeah, we'll pass for now. I was hoping he'd play something else, so... Nope. Do relic. Ivy is way too fragile to put out there with a negative counter deck just yet. That one's fragile too. We'll wait. I'm not in a too big of a hot-fired hurry. That's a no. Absolutely not. Kill your 1/2. I mean, I don't care. Alright, Aranicus's Vile Duplication is good. If I have ways to get things out of the way. So let's... I forget how she works. I have a Hapatra deck. She deals combat damage to a player, putting a counter on a creature. Okay. So let's go ahead and do Query on Beastcaller. And I'm gonna Cartouche and kill it. I don't care. Draw your card. It just gets a pain in the neck out of my way, and it gives the beast color trample, so... Because ideally what I can do As long as the beast color survives, that is play Ivy. Never mind. I was gonna say play Ivy and then use duplication on that and get a copy of each, but that's a no. Let's see here. All right, we're just gonna pass the turn for now. That's one of the big drawbacks with Ivy is to get the most out of it, you need a second creature, and if they just keep killing your second creature, you're not gonna get as much out of this deck. Alright, there's that. Oh, good. Let's do... Oh, good. I have mana. I'll have mana open for it, too. Let's go ahead and do a Vile Duplication on the Brazen Borrower. Yes, I will take action on that. Alright. And I will attack with this, because I can't block. Alright, so I have Snakeskin Veil open, a pair of Ivies, which is good. Not blocking any of that. Now, if he's got a board sweep, I'm just gonna be like, ugh. Oh. Yes. Probably the best board thing I can have. Because now it's just gonna be a race to the finish line. Draw a card, okay. Okay, well, in this case, we're going to go ahead and do this on a Brazen Borrower. I'm going to copy it. Take that action. And then I'm also going to Snakeskin... Oh, shoot, I screwed that up. I should have done that first. I'm a dumbass. I could have had counters on all of this. Yeah, I'm stupid. Draw your cards. I'll discard my stowaway. Thanks. He's just got way too many little nerds for me to just keep that stuff in my hand. I had to burn it. On the bright side, he can't kill any of it with a mass removal spell at this point. Okay, he's got reach, so he can do... Ooh. I was going to say he could do that, but... This is just not right. You got reach. Well, guess what? All your stuff can... is just going to come crashing through. Okay. Sure, I'll take that action. I'll gain some life and put hexproof on my Ivies. I mean, doesn't matter, but it's moments like this where I love this deck as much as it drives me crazy sometimes. So, what did you guys think of this? The deck kind of made me want to pull my hair out a little bit several times.
Ouch.
As I was saying at the end of the deck tech, this deck requires a lot of focus on its commander, and it needs its commander. If you don't have it, a lot of the cards are just kind of They're just kind of very mediocre things. They don't work well outside of the shell of trying to copy things. So if your opponents are sitting there on like a mono black deck or something like that, you're not going to have a fun time. I almost would say if you run into a mono black player, just concede and move on to the next game, because it's not a ton of fun. They're just going to keep killing your creatures, killing your targets of your stuff, and you're going to drive yourself batty. That's why I had to make a bunch of changes to the deck, because I got sick and tired of black and red decks just being like goodbye and leaving me just sitting there twiddling my thumbs most of the games. That said, I really like the deck. It's a lot of fun. It is by no means competitive level Magic. It is by no means, great. outside of this, there might be something, and in the future there will be a commander video where I kind of look at stuff that's not on arena that we can kind of help bulk this deck out and make it better. So keep your eyes peeled for that. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.